to note that there are so many contestants, but and Plateau people, should watch out for who they consider that has the, the credentials.
Okay. So what we're waiting for now is the result of internal democracy from the primaries, especially of your party. Am I correct?
Yeah, let me just add something. It's important that we add this. You see, we mentioned here that we have PDP on the plateau, which is very visible. Then others are not visible. We're discussing individuals.
Others are not visible.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. I think you also confirmed that.
Yeah,
you also confirmed it,
yeah.
because you say of your party, meaning you realize the fact that.
No, apart from that,
based on what you have told us. Based on what you have told us this morning.
Just permit me to explain.
Yes.
You see, we're discussing credibility, competency.
Yes.
If Mr. A believes that he is in touch with his constituents, believes that he's competent, for me, I'm entitled to my opinion. We have several parties. Do you understand? Now, sometimes I tend to ask questions. Why do we clamor for one party? Why are we struggling on one platform? Do you understand? Now, I've seen situations where individuals, I can give you example of other states, but though I would not want to mention it, that moves from party A to party B and they still win election. You understand what is happening to that concept? Why are we not believing that we can do it? When you sit and begin to accuse a party or an individual having the key or monopoly, Plateau people are literate people. Plateau people are organized people. Plateau people are highly endowed intellectually. So they know what to do. If
they know what they want.
Then they know what they want. For an individual to believe that Mr. A has the key to the future of Plateau, or Mr. B can make me the governor, I think that person should be able to have a rethink. We should be looking at divine arrangement, because I belong to a school of thought called the natural school of thought, believing on what is fair, what is right, and what is just.
What about if it's a female aspirant? Do you think she's competent? Is Plateau ready for a female governor?
We're talking about competency. For now, I've not seen any female on the plateau that indicated any interest, either in
do you think there are
APC
female aspirants there, maybe quiet, that are competent enough to run that office?
Well,
you see, I think we must appreciate something. By virtue of the provision of the PDP constitution, you understand, section 6 precisely, 127, if you look at that, it promotes women emancipation. That's what my party promotes. So it is there in the constitution of PDP. So it's not for me to even argue. If the women are there, let them come out. I will encourage them to do that.
Okay, let's go analyst analyze.
Okay, yeah. You actually asked if there's we think there's any competent female, and let me say, when it comes to leadership, when it comes to governance, especially in this difficult terrain of Nigerian politics, we have to define competence not just within the context of ability, but also willingness. So we have to also note that there might be, we judge people on their track records. You had this opportunity, you occupied this office, this was what you did, this was what you didn't do. So we could judge on that criteria. But are they willing, to take the step to face the challenges? Because we are looking at something 4 years, and there are emerging challenges. They might have thrived better under certain conditions, but they actually see themselves actually coping. So I think it's quite relative. So I would rather we look at competence within the context of, first of all, the person is able. Secondly, he's also willing to offer himself.
Okay, we have to round up now, so we'd like to take your parting shots on the politics on the plateau, starting with yours.
Thank you so much. Conclusively, I would want to appeal to the good people of Plateau to look at these things objectively, and in considering this, I would want to call on my generation, because I think it's time for my generation to have a fear
To take over.
to take over. I agree with you, to take over.
Are you contesting?
No, I'm not contesting for anything. But it's just that I have a sense of belonging when I see young men like this contesting for governorship. It gives me the hope. Somebody at 80 is contesting for governorship. You understand?
I do wonder why you're not contesting.
Yakubu Gowon became head of state at 33.
Yes, and I'm more than 33.
I agree with you. Mr. Gumot, your final word.
Okay, well, yeah, thank you very much. I just really want to urge Plateau people to actually be very, very vigilant, and also go back to what I choose to describe as issue-based politics. That, you know, emphasizes competence, that emphasizes ability, that emphasizes exposure, that emphasizes being in tune with the 21st century global reality. And let as much as possible de-emphasize the issue of ethnicity, de-emphasize the issue of LGA, and equally important, my friend might be disappointed, de-emphasize the issue of party. Let's look for individuals that have what it takes to move Plateau forward.
Thank you very much.
Very much.
Thank you. We have been chatting with political analyst Mr. Martin Zgumut, as well as Barrister Nanzin Jibril. Thank you very much for coming to look at the politics on the plateau with us this morning.
Thank you.
Sunrise will return with yet another interesting conversation in just a moment. Make sure you're there.